Hi, welcome back again to my channel, and for today's video, we will discuss about the volume of solid revolution using the disk method. Okay, so let's start now. Suppose our R here, this is a region, and this region is actually bounded by, let's say, f of x. So this is our function that bounds the region. We also have the x-axis, and then the lines x equals a and x equals b. So ang mangyayari dyan, we have this function here, assuming ito yung function natin, and then let's say we have x equals a, x equals b. So, pag ganun siya, this is a line. Ganyan, kunyari dito yung point na yun. So, ito yung line. And then, the x-axis, so basically this one here. So, this is the region. So, this is our R. Remember, this is our interval, A, B. So, kunyari, pinapartition natin siya. So, let's say, our D is a partition. So, ito yung partition, or actually a division of AB, given by, let's say, our A here, this one here, is equal to x sub 0, and this x sub 0 is less than x sub 1, and then x sub 1 is less than x sub 2, so, and so on until this is less than x sub n. And then, our x sub n is our B. So, bale, ito yung x sub 0, ito yung x sub n natin, and then, x sub 1, and so on, until makakarating tayo sa kabila. So, this is only a finite partition. So ano ang message dito? Ang message dito is, di ba nakapartition na tayo on this region? I mean, in this interval on that given region. So ang mangyayari, for each I, so kunyari, for each I of this index of these partitions, let's say your I here is equal to 1, 2, and up to n. So let's say we choose this one, chi sub I, na element ng close interval x sub I minus 1, x sub I. So, ibig sabihin, di ba nakapartition to? So, kunyari, ganyan, ganyan, and so on. So, pipili tayo ng element na chi sub I dyan. And then, for that, we construct a rectangle, the I rectangle having equal to f of chi sub I, yung length niya. So, anong ibig sabihin nito? So, given that kukuha ka dito ng chi sub I, magko-construct ka ng rectangle dyan. Yan. Na yung length mo is kapag ipa-plug in mo tong chi sub I, so makakakuha ka ng f of chi sub I here. And then, this one, yan yung rectangle partition mo. So yung width natin dito, di ba ito yung width? Ganyan, ito yung width ng rectangle natin. So, bigyan ko ng ibang kulay. So, this is the width, naka-blue. So, yan yung x sub, paano ba? This is x sub I minus x sub I minus 1. Tama ba? Kasi di ba, naka-partition eh. So, let's say this is x sub 1, this is x sub 2. So, yung width niya is x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So, sa kabila naman, x sub 3 minus x sub 2 and so on. So, it's just the same as x sub I minus x sub I minus 1. Do you remember this is equal to the delta of x sub I? Tama. So, remember this is our function. Ito yung function natin. So, isipin mo, i-revolve mo yung function na yon. So, i-revolve mo siya on the x-axis. So, pag ganun. So, anong mangyayari? Parang pag ganito, no? Kunyari, I have a perfect drawing. Isipin mo yung papel. Di ba pag ganito, igaganon mo siya. So, ito siya, yung reflection niya. Pag ganon, pag ganon. Kasi parang pinaikot mo siya eh. Parang pinaikot mo siya pababa. Ganon. Sorry, wala akong makitang papel, pero ganito na lang. Kunyari, this is your x-axis. Tapos yung function mo pa ganon. So, pag i-revolve mo siya, di ba pa ganon lang? Ganyan. So, parang, ano siya, kung sa taas siya yung pinakataas na tip, eto, this one becomes the lowest. Parang ganun. So, eto, kung pa ganun siya dun, pataas, eto, pababa. Okay. I hope it's clear. And if you have problem, please let me know by commenting on the comment section. Dahil na pina-revolve natin ito, eto, magre-revolve din to. Yan. And because of that, parang meron na tayong this, ganyan. in a form of right circular cylinder. Kunyari, perfect yung drawing ko. Sorry, ang gulo. Paano ba natin to i-perfect? Sige, dito na lang. Say, this is our function. So, ito na yung ano, di ba? Rectangle. So, pag pinaikot mo siya, pag ganun kasi. So, may pag ganun siya, pero naka-cylinder na. Ayan. Naka-cylinder na siya. Napaikot na natin siya. Yan. So, anong ibig sabihin yan? So, remember, that's the cylinder. Yung partition lang. So, ibig sabihin, kung babalikan mo siya, this is only for the partition. So, if we are interested to get the volume of this, so let's say the volume of V sub I, yung partition on the I partition. So, di ba remember the V sub I, yung volume ng cylinder is, correct me if I'm wrong, that's pi r squared times the height. So, ibig sabihin, it's pi r squared times the height. Yung height, however, natin, kung titingnan mo is, nakahiga kasi siya. So, yung height natin is yung width mismo ng cylinder na yon. So, that is pi, which is x sub I minus x sub I minus 1. Tapos, yung r natin is the radius. However, kung titingnan mo dito, this is the center na, di ba? Kung this is our disk. So, yung center niya is nandito sa x-axis. So, the radius niya is the distance from this x-axis to this boundary here. But the boundary here is actually the function. So, therefore, ang kalalabasan dyan is this is actually the f of chi sub I, which is the length mismo ng rectangle na yon. So, this is squared. But guys, remember, we're not only taking the volume of the cylinder on that partition. Remember, the original is the region R. Pinapartition natin siya. So, ibig sabihin, maraming partitions yun. So, maraming volume yun. So, in other words, if i-add natin ang lahat ng volume, there are n partitions. So, ibig sabihin, may n na volume. So, this is I from 1 to n. So, this is actually the same as the pi of f of psi sub I squared x sub I minus x sub I minus 1, I from 1 to n. Tama? Okay. And what is this equal to? Alam natin, this is the change, the delta of x sub I. Tama? So, in other words, yung pi natin hindi naman to affected by the summation, so pwede kong ilabas. So, this is the sum of f of psi sub I squared delta x sub I from 1 to n. So, ito na yung mga sum. Pero, anong ibig sabihin nito? Di ba this is the change of x sub I, so this is the derivative. Although this is a finite sum, so this is the integral, the definite integral. So this is pi of the integral of f of a sub I squared dx. Yan. Tama ba? This is from, ano yung interval natin sa region? This is from A to B. So this is the formula of the volume. In the case of having a region bounded by f of x, the x-axis bounded by A, B, and it's generated on that. So, to formalize this, I will introduce you now the theorem. And this theorem is used for this specific case in solving the volume of the solid revolution. Okay. So here is now the theorem. So let the function f be continuous on the closed interval AB. So remember, yung sa example, yung illustration natin kanina, continuous yung function on the closed interval AB, and assume that f of x is greater than or equal to 0 for every x in the interval. So if S is the solid obtained by revolving about the x-axis, so that given region, the region y bounded by f of x, the x-axis and the lines A and B is given by this formula. So in that case, pag yung case lang na mangyayari na yung region mo, pinaikot mo about the x-axis, ito yung formula niya. Okay, so this is pi times the integral of f of x squared dx from a to b. Okay, so let's consider this for example. Find the volume of the solid S generated by revolving about the line x equals 3. The region R is given by y equals x, the x-axis, and the line x equals 3. So this is the trick. Kasi yung kanina, pina-revolve natin siya on the x-axis, tama? Dito kasi, vertical yung revolution niya, hindi horizontal. Yung kanina pa ganun, di ba? Vertical pala yun. So, yung ngayon naman, nakaganito na naman. Parang yan. So, this is, okay, so this is our y equals x. So, kunyari, this is our x equals 3. So, ito yung line natin. So, this is our region R kasi bounded siya by the x-axis. Pero, instead na paikutin siya pa ganon yung hiningi, di ba? So, the region will be formed like this. Ganyan. So, yung kanina, pag ganon, yung rectangle natin nakatayo. So, dito, pag ganon, nakahiga na si rectangle. So, dahil nakahiga na si rectangle, yung width natin is with respect to this. So, expectedly, meron tayong delta y sub I, hindi na x sub I. And then, our new interval is from here to here. Pero alam natin the intersection here is 3, 3. So, alam natin that the interval is from 3 to 3. No, from 0 to 3. Okay. Kasi 0 naman yung y dito eh. Okay. So, ano pang problema? So, ibig sabihin, this is our parang upper bound ng rectangle nito and this is the lower bound. So, yung length niya is, tama ba? This is 3. So, this is 3 minus y. Yung length niya. Okay? So, therefore, the volume of our solid is given by the limit of the sum of 3 minus I sub I squared delta sub I y I from 1 to n. So, yung partition natin, pinapaliit natin into 0. Okay. So, this is equal to, paano to? This is the pi times the integral. Di ba yung kanina, integral lang to? This is integral from 3 minus y squared dy. Kasi change of y eh. This is from 0 to 3. Kasi yung interval natin is 0 to 3. So, what is this equal to? This is pi times the integral from 0 to 3 of y squared minus 6y plus 9 dy. So, if we take the integral of this is y cubed over 3. Tama ba? And then this is minus 3y squared plus 9y. Evaluated from 0 to 3. Okay, so evaluated from 0 to 3. So, solve ko muna, substitute ko muna yung 3 dyan. I have 27 over 3 minus 27. Tama ba? Plus 27 minus, substitute ko lahat ang 0 dyan, magiging 0. So, the answer is, kasi 0 to, eto magiging 0 is 27 over 3, that's 9. So, 9 pi cubic units. Tama ba? So, if you have any questions or clarification, please let me know. Correct me if I'm wrong with my arithmetic na lang. Kayo nang bahala, it's arithmetic na lang naman. At least we have already placed how the computation works here. Okay, let's have another example. So let R be the region bounded by the curve y equals the square root of x plus 2 and the lines x equals 7 and y equals 1. So find the volume of the solid S generated by revolving R about y equals 1. Okay, so draw muna natin yan para mas klaro. Oops. Paano ba to? The square root of x plus 2. Kayo na lang bahala ha to graph. So, ganito yung graph niya. And then, it intersect. Ay, kunyari, perfect yung drawing ko. So, this is our y equals 1. So, it intersect here with negative 1, 1. Kayo nang mag-graph kasi parang, isipin na natin, this is a prerequisite. You're done already on how to graph with this on our analytic geometry. So this is pre-calculus graphing. Okay, so this is y equals the square of x plus 2. If you have any questions, by the way, guys, or clarifications about this discussion, bakit naging graph to, I have to be sorry for that. I have to say sorry kasi parang hindi ko naman i-feed yung basic algebra, kailangan ko pang i-feed dito kasi calculus class to, separate na yon. Check that on a separate video kasi parang nawawala yung momentum ng calculus. So let's talk about here the calculus way, and then if you really have problem on the prerequisite like the algebra and or the basic on graphing, check on a different video para at least makukuha natin. Basta let us recall, this is only via yung eds in sketching. Yan. What about, kunyari this is our 0.71. So, pag ganun. Kasi 7, di ba? The line x equals 7. So, this is x equals 7 here. So, this is our region. Yan. So, our problem here is to get the volume of the solid revolution. So, patayo yung rectangle natin dyan. Yan. Okay. So, what happens now? So, our volume is equal to the limit of pi summation. So, this is the limit of t, which is 0. Of, ito yung bound natin sa taas, di ba? Ito yung length. So, ito yung bound minus ito. So, alam natin this is the square root of chi sub I plus 2, ito, minus 1 squared delta of x sub I. Okay. I from 1 to n. So, this is the same as the pi, the integral of the square root of x plus 2 minus 1 squared dx. So, yung interval natin is dito. So, this is from -1 to 7. Okay, I hope you're following. So, anong mangyari dito? This is equal to pi. So, this is the integral of, pag isi-simplify natin to, so basic algebra na lang to, this is x plus 2 minus 2x plus 2 plus 1. Tama? Try nyo yung i-simplify. Ito yung lalabas. And then, if we arrange that properly, I have x minus 2 square root of x plus 2 plus 3. Tama ba? Kasi may 2 ako, may 1 ako dyan. So, that's dx. Okay, so taking the integral, this is -1 to 7. So, evaluating the definite integral, you have pi. And this is x squared over 2 minus 4 over 3 x plus 2, 3 over 2 plus 3x. Evaluated from -1 to 7. Sir, paano pala ito nakukuha? Yan. Okay, so paano pala yan nakukuha? Ito, remember this is x plus 2 raised to 1/2. Yan lang. And so, substituting 7 first is this 40 pi times 49 over 2 minus 4 over 3, 7 plus 2 raised to 3 over 2 plus 3 times 7 minus, substitute ko yung -1, so this is 1/2 minus 4 over 3. This is -1 plus 2, 3 over 2 plus 3 -1. Yan. And then, kayo nang bahala mag-simplify ha. This is arithmetic na lang to, elementary math. So, this is basically 40 pi over 3 cubic units. That's it. So, if you have any questions or clarification, please let me know. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or clarification, please let me know so that we can discuss on that. And for those who are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe so that you'll be updated on a lot of videos that I'll be uploading soon. Thank you and have a great day.